It's no secret that people love Savannah. After all, what's not to love? The historic architecture, the weather, the beach, and of course, the seafood. I'm Karin Carr, the owner of the GCH team with Real Broker, and we help people who are relocating to cities throughout Georgia and South Carolina. So if that sounds like you, hit the subscribe button. I love helping people relocate to our beautiful city, and I especially love working with clients coming from high-cost areas like California and Chicago and New York. When they get here, they are absolutely flabbergasted when they see how much bang for your buck you can get when it comes to housing. In fact, Savannah was one of the top 10 places people moved to in 2020. Here is a stunning example of a colonial revival that recently sold. Comes to us courtesy of Keller Williams and Jahziel Rosalee Soto. It's in the Ardsley Park area of Savannah, which is just a little bit south of the main downtown historic area and has tons and tons of character. But the thing that makes this property so unique is that it has a carriage house behind it, 924 square feet with 2 bedrooms, 1.5 baths that you could rent out and have as an income-producing property, or a mother-in-law suite, or just extra guest space so that when all of your friends and family come to visit, they have their own space. Now, this is a big house at over 4,000 square feet. And isn't it just stunning? I love these columns as soon as you walk in the front door. What a gracious, welcoming space. And I bet you would never guess that this house is built in 1916. It's been extensively renovated throughout. A lot of the original character and features have been saved, like this fireplace, but it has been updated throughout so that you don't feel like you're living in a house that's over 100 years old. I love how they finished out the attic and left in the sloping ceilings. They just made it, an exercise area, the kids' play area. Here are some photos from the carriage house. So here's their kitchen and living area. They've got the stackable washer and dryer in the bathroom. And a beautiful big yard. This is a beautiful property, and I think that it was a steal at just over $1 million. Here's a great shot where you can see just how close it is to the downtown historic district, and way off in the distance, the bridge that goes over to Hilton Head and the rest of South Carolina. Here's another gorgeous property in Savannah that was listed by Austin Hill Realty and Tommy Reese and sold for just over $1 million at $1,025,000. This is a waterfront property situated on just under an acre with a dock which has 2 boat hoists. So if you were a boater, this is the place that you would want to be. Plenty of parking with this one at a 3-car garage and this gorgeous welcoming front porch. It was built in '95, but it looks like it's been extensively updated throughout. I love those built-ins on either side of the bookcase, and look how much light just floods in because of all of the windows and the sliding doors. I love that they did that. Totally renovated kitchen, gorgeous cabinets. People in Savannah really like the white colored cabinets. It's very popular, and especially the closer you get to the water, people just seem to really enjoy the lighter color cabinetry. And it wouldn't be a house for sale in Georgia without the Georgia Bulldogs room. Someone always has a Bulldogs room. This looks like the top level, which they've turned into their media and game room. I love this screened porch. This is great because we really can use our outdoor living areas in Savannah most of the year. And in the summertime, when it's excessively hot, they've got the ceiling fan and it is screened in to keep out any bugs. Then we have this area out here, which is still covered, but not screened. So you're a little bit closer to the water. And this is the money shot right here, isn't it? This long dock that goes from the house all the way out to the dock where they store their boats. They even have a little table and chairs where they could just sit out here and overlook the water and wait for the rest of the people to come back that are out on the boat. How great would that be? In Savannah, it's very common that we have these lifts so that your boat is not sitting in the water when it's not being used. If this is brackish water, it means it's half fresh water, half salt water. We don't want boats sitting in salt water just corroding over time. So when you come back, you just hoist it up out of the water so that it will not be sitting in the water when it's not being used. I really like this aerial shot because you think that you're on this little creek in the marsh, but once you work your way out to the ocean, you're now at Tybee or even Hilton Head Island. Here we have a fabulous beach property that is very, very representative of what the homes on Tybee look like. This is 14 13th Lane, listed by Leanne Marsh with Century 21 Solomon Properties, currently listed for $995,000. They did get an offer on it, and it is pending as of about a week ago, but you never know what's going to happen. While this property isn't exactly oceanfront, it is only a few doors away from the sand and the beach. It is literally right there and has some pretty amazing ocean views. So let's take a look. This beach home is located on a private lane with private beach access. The staircase takes you up to a giant wraparound front porch, and all 3 bedrooms have access to the wraparound porch plus ocean views. There's the 2-car garage, but a total of 6 cars can park here, which is perfect because you know all of your friends and family are going to want to come visit you when they see how close you live to the ocean. This giant wraparound porch is on both levels, and let's face it, if I lived this close to the beach, I would be sitting out there 90% of the time, listening to the sound of the waves crashing, smelling the sea air. It would be amazing. This house was built in 2002, so as you can see, it's very modern and current styling. The paneling on the walls is beautiful, the crown molding is lovely, the flooring is current, and the kitchen is huge. This is a very large kitchen for typical beach cottages that we see on Tybee. I like that it has hardwood and tile flooring in the main living areas because when you're tracking sand in and out, that can really do a number on the carpet. We want to keep the sand off the carpet as much as possible. And here is that private beach access. You can just literally walk out your front door, down this little path, over the dunes, and bam, you are literally at the beach. Here's a great shot showing you how close to the ocean this home really is, along with the pier at Tybee, all of the little stores that sell sunscreen and boogie boards and t-shirts and restaurants and ice cream and all of the things are literally just blocks from this property. Not bad for less than $1 million, right? And now we make our way out to Effingham County. Effingham is more on the inland side of Savannah, and because it is a little bit farther away from the ocean and not right in the downtown Savannah area, it is significantly less expensive. For example, this house just sold for $850,000. Now, I looked high and low to find one that was closer to $1 million, but honestly, this was all I could find. There is one current listing at almost $1.2 million, but I wanted to keep it closer to $1 million for the sake of this video. This property was listed by Kaitlyn Hartsock of Sherman and Hemstreet, Southern Georgia Homes. This home was custom built and sits on 14.5 acres with a 3-car garage, over 7,000 square feet of living space, multiple kitchens, 5 bedrooms, 3 dining rooms, and so much more. With a private lake with fountain, an in-ground swimming pool, and its own theater and gym, you'll never want to leave this property. Now, this is what I'm talking about when I love to show homes like this to people from areas like New York, Chicago, San Diego, San Francisco. They are absolutely flabbergasted at what you get for the money here in Savannah based on what they got for the same price back where they live now. You can move here and live like a king if you're used to those high prices elsewhere that are essentially starter home prices. If you're thinking about relocating to Savannah, you should download our relocation guide. It's totally free, and it will tell you all about our amazing city and why we love it here. Because remember, you should live where you love and love where you live.